everyone. So today I am subbing third grade. I haven't subbed third in a while, so I'm kind of excited just because the kids at this grade level are more independent. I don't feel like I have to keep reminding them to get back to work or to sit back down in their seats. They always know what to do. This is the overall view of the classroom. So the teacher left me the sub plans and she left me her login to her computer, which makes it so much easier to access everything. So today we are starting off with their daily work, which is here. On their journal, they're gonna write a sentence, what they see, what they think, and what they wonder about this picture. I like to use classroom screen to write what we're doing. Instead of on the whiteboard, I just don't have the best writing. And I like to use classroom screen because I have a timer, and then I let them know what noise level we're supposed to be at. So they first worked on Teacher Monster to Read. It's basically like a game where you learn how to read words.
It's Miss Jumble and Miss Jangle. Miss Jumble wants words with the
E
sound, and Miss Jangle wants words with the
E
sound. Can you give them the right words?
So after they worked on Teacher Monster for the read for 15 minutes, they went on to spelling. So for spelling, there's 4 groups. Each group has spelling words that they write 5 times here. Once they're done with that, they moved on to AR. So they chose a book from the library area, and then they read the book and then took an AR test. Then they went on to Math Facts in a Flash. So this is the Math Facts in a Flash website. I never heard about it. I do not know how it works. Oh, it's like a game, I guess. Okay. Well, this is what they did for 15 minutes. Once they were done with UA, it was time for recess. And after recess, we are moving on to math. For math, they have been learning about time. So in their Google Classroom, they have this assignment all about time. So they will be doing this. I'm gonna go over it to see if they have any question on the slides before they start. If they are done with this, I did write on classroom screen, they're gonna work on the fraction worksheet, then PolyPad. So the fraction worksheet is this worksheet. It does have a front and back, and it's basically giving them directions. They need to color certain amount of parts in the fraction and then answer the questions. Once they're done with that, they're gonna go on to PolyPad. This is PolyPad. This is where they practice fractions using kind of like a whiteboard. Once we are done with math, it is gonna be lunch. So it is lunchtime and I am eating sopes that I brought. After lunch, we are gonna be moving on to ELA. After lunch, we are gonna be listening to a story called The Thing About Spring. And then they're gonna take an AR test. Then they're gonna read a story in their Community Then and Now book. We're gonna read it as a class. It is 4 pages. Then we're gonna do this worksheet of sequence of events. After the sequence of events worksheet, we are gonna be moving on to prefixes. After they watch the video about prefixes, we are gonna be working on this prefix worksheet. If there's extra time, they are going to read. After we finish ELA, they are gonna be going on to recess. Then after recess, they're gonna draw a spring treehouse following a YouTube video. Then it'll be PE, which it seems like we're gonna be staying indoors. And then it'll be time for dismissal. This is the video that the teacher chose. It is the How to Draw a Treehouse by Art Kids for Hub. And then this is the end result, how it's going to look. Good morning, everyone. So today I am subbing second grade. I am subbing at a school I haven't been at before. The school looks very new, modern, and it was a little far from me. It was a 20-minute drive. That's the farthest a school has ever been for me. But today's gonna be a little bit different. Today I'm only subbing this class from 8 to 12 because the teacher is coming back. She's in morning meetings. So it's gonna be a very short day. The secretary or whoever was at the front desk told me that I'm only going to be in the classroom for a few hours, then she's going to find something for me to do. This is the classroom. It is so cute. Once the students get into the classroom, I'm going to take attendance and lunch count, and then we have a fire drill at 9:15. I already have the emergency bag and a sheet that I have to turn in during the fire drill. Then if we still have time, after the fire drill, we are going to do convention, which is basically students writing in their journals and correcting these 3 sentences. I don't think we're going to have time because right after they have flight school. So for flight school, it's the same thing as DL or DLD at the other schools. So it's where my students go to another class and I get another class of students. We're going to be going over digraphs, which we're going to be starting off with an activity where they sit at the carpet over there. And then they're going to do this drag and drop activity. They're going to drag the frog to the lily pad to complete the word. After the drag and drop activity, they are going to complete this digraphs worksheet. And after we complete this worksheet, if there is extra time, I'm going to read them one of these books before we move on to UA. For UA today, they are just working on their must-dos and may-dos. So they have a subtraction assignment on next gen. So after the students finish their next gen assignment, they're going to work on their high frequency words worksheet. After that, they're going to read a book from their book bag and take an AR test. Once they're done with all these 3 things, then they can work on their may-dos. So that's pretty much all we are doing today. I'm just going to go to the office to see what else they have for me to do. I'm only going to be with the kids for about 2 to 3 hours. Which is really quick. Oops, the lights are turning off. I guess because I'm not really moving in here. I need to fix that. Good morning, everyone. So today I am subbing 3rd grade again. Today we have a assembly right when the bell rings. So in about 5 minutes, the students are gonna come in. I'm gonna take attendance quickly, do lunch count, and then they're gonna take their chairs to the yard because we're having an out yard assembly. I was a little overwhelmed earlier just because when I got here, the lesson plans were here, but I didn't have access to the Google Slides. And in the lesson plans, they said there was gonna be a fire drill, but I had no idea when it's gonna happen or what we're supposed to do. But I found a teacher next door who was locked out, and I asked her all my questions. She shared the Google Slides and told me all about the assembly. It is recess and it's been going really well. I love 3rd grade. So far, after the assembly in the morning, we came back into the classroom and they started on morning math. So this is what they did for morning math. Today's Wednesday, so they completed the Wednesday section. After this, they continued with math and they had an assignment on Google Classroom. These were the directions. It's basically about 15 questions, and once they get the answer correct, it reveals a piece of the missing picture. After recess, we're gonna work on UA/guided reading. So they're gonna listen to Arnie the Donut, and then they're gonna complete a Google Classroom assignment, which is part of their must-do. So they're gonna complete the assignment and then do everything on their must-do list. Once they're all done with this, they can work on may-dos. Then it is lunch. After lunch, it is DLD. I don't know if we're still gonna switch classes or not, but if we are, we're gonna be learning about adjectives. Then it is ELA, so we're just gonna be reading a chapter of Matilda. And then we have this worksheet that we're gonna do as a class. Once we're done with this worksheet, we are going to go to music class at 1:20. Then after that is recess, and after recess, they are going to be reading until dismissal. This is the classroom. I love the desks and the chairs. Once we came back from the assembly, the students were telling me that they had a new student. So I was wondering who that was. And I asked them, okay, well, like, where do they sit? What is their name? Are they here? And here's the new student. This is the new student. I asked for his name. They told me he doesn't have a name. His name is just Capybara. He is so cute. Like, he has a little backpack. I guess he didn't go to recess because he's still here. He's the only one in the class. Or they forgot about him. He was working. He's still working on his morning math. It is lunchtime. This is the first assignment they had to do. They had to put the characters, the setting, problem, and solution in the story. And then they wrote the main event in order. And then right here they practice their CVC words for these. Now that it's lunch, I am eating my lunch that I brought. Today I brought enchiladas that I made yesterday. Then we have ELA, which I will just read a chapter of Matilda. Today has been a really good day. I love third grade. They are so independent. They're not talking. They're just getting their work done. This is what we are doing for DLD. We are identifying adjectives. So here it's like an interactive activity with the students that I'm going to be doing. So we're going to click on the tooth, read the word, and then choose one adjective. I'll give them a tooth. So that's what we're going to be pretty much doing for DL. Right now it is still lunch. I noticed, I don't know if you guys can see back there, that the capybara is still here. They didn't take the capybara to lunch, but they did give it a friend. I have about 10 minutes until the students come back from lunch. Right now I am working on the sub note, and then I'm gonna tidy up. It is the end of the day. I am heading out. The students did a good job in cleaning. I already finished the sub note. I'm just gonna pack up my stuff and go. Hello everyone. So today I am subbing kinder, and it's been a day. It is lunch. I haven't even had a chance to vlog. I can't believe recess already passed. I didn't even get to eat my fruit. I just felt very overwhelmed. I've been at the school once before, and the same thing happened today. I got here early, even earlier than last time. The secretary did not have my login nor my keys for the classroom ready. And I like to come early for that reason, so I won't be behind and scrambling once the bell rings and once the students come in. But it happened again. I didn't get the lesson planned until 30 minutes in, since the students came into the class, which sucked because the kids know when you're not prepared or you're not ready. And they were getting very talkative and started getting up. Oh my god, it was overwhelming. But when I finally got the lesson planned, we got started right away. And that's what they needed. They're used to their routine, and not having that routine made them all confused. So I don't blame them. And I don't know, things happened. When they got here, I took attendance, introduced myself, and then I did the lunch count. Because we were behind, we just jumped on the next thing. They are learning about butterflies. So the first thing we did is a read out loud. This is a story we were listening to, From Caterpillars to Butterflies. Then we worked on my butterfly book. So we colored it and filled in the missing words. After the read out loud and the activity, it was recess, and after recess we came back to work on centers/activities. So each group had an activity. So one of them was alphabet magnets, another one was whiteboard writing, and the third one was like blocks. They did that until lunch. After lunch, they're gonna do a mindfulness activity. We're gonna do the Coco the butterfly yoga video. Then we're gonna move on to writing. For writing, we are gonna continue to learn about butterflies. We're gonna do the life cycle of butterflies. And then for math, we're gonna do butterfly subtraction. Then after math, we're gonna do centers again. So I'm gonna pass out the activities back on their tables, and they're just gonna do that until dismissal. I forget that kinder gets out really early. Dismissal today is at 12:50, which is really early. So it is 1:05. I just finished dismissing these students. The procedure here for dismissal is different compared to other schools I've been at. For this school, I have to ID each parent that picks a student up, and then they have to sign, which is a lot because there was 15 students today. So to check 15 IDs, there's some parents that didn't bring IDs, so they had to go to the office. It was a lot. It was overwhelming. But I am finished. Normally, if I were at another school, I get to go home. But at this school, they don't let us go home early or right after the kids are gone. They probably let us out 15 minutes before, but that's pretty much it. Right now I'm just gonna clean up and then organize the desk because it got a little bit chaotic today. But yeah, I'm just gonna hang out in here for about an hour, then head over to the office to see if they have anything for me to do.